A historic market crash, a chipmaker megabid, and a newly opened Iran oil corridor. Is Korea at an inflection point? Like, are we seeing market noise or a structural signal? It's Wednesday, June 24. Let's get into one of Korea's top economic stories today. So for this deep dive, we are pulling from a stack of Seoul economic daily reporting and, fresh market data. Our mission here is to look past the immediate panic, figure out what the institutional money is actually doing, and understand what it means for your portfolio.
Right. Well, to start, we really have to look at the sheer scale of the immediate shock.
Yeah.
The hashtag KOSPI dropped 910.71 points, or 9.99%, to close at 8,203.84 on June 23.
Wow.
Yeah, it was brutal. It triggered both a sidecar and a full circuit breaker. And at the exact same time, the KOSDQ fell 76.88 points, or 7.94%, to 891.52.
Which is, wait, it's first closed below 900 since November 2025, right?
Exactly, since November 2025.
Okay, looking at these numbers, it kind of makes no sense. I mean, for anyone listening who might not be familiar, sidecar is basically the exchange tapping the brakes, to stop a panic.
Right, just a warning.
But yesterday, things got so bad they had to slam on the emergency brake, a full circuit breaker, which acts as a real-time stress test of the entire financial system. But here's what I do not get. With the market flashing bright red, why are the country's biggest corporations completely ignoring the ticker to make generation-defining investments?
Right. Why catch a falling knife?
Exactly. Why do that?
Well, because they are looking at structural demand, not daily trading volume. I mean, Samsung and SK Hynix will invest over 300 trillion KRW.
Which is over 215 billion USD.
Right, over 215 billion USD in a new Gwangju semiconductor cluster.
To understand the massive scale of a 215 billion USD commitment, you really have to look at the immediate payoff context, specifically the global AI race.
Oh, absolutely.
Samsung's advanced HBM4 chips, which are, crucial for running complex AI models, they hit mass production in April. And they have already exceeded 1 billion USD.
Approximately 1.5 trillion KRW.
Right, in revenue. So they're pouring capital into a machine that is already delivering a massive return.
Exactly. That is the mechanism driving the tech sector. But there is a catch here. You cannot expand chip manufacturing without directly securing your resource foundations.
Because of the energy draw?
Yeah, these mega factories require just mind-boggling amounts of power. Looking at policy, effect, and timing, on June 22, a 60-day U.S. Treasury license lifted an 18-year payment ban.
Wow.
And that allowed South Korea to import Iranian crude for the first time since 2019.
Let's build a bridge here, because it might seem weird to jump from AI memory chips to Middle Eastern oil. How does an oil payment ban mechanically impact Korea's tech dominance?
It is entirely about, supply chain vulnerability. South Korea is heavily industrialized but incredibly resource poor. By unlocking Iranian crude, they are aggressively diversifying their energy matrix to guarantee the power grid will not fail those new chip fabs.
Which highlights a critical vulnerability you have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Korea relies on a single country for over 60% of its supply for 11 out of 33 designated strategic minerals,
Right.
including essential materials like nickel and graphite. You simply cannot build a 215 billion USD semiconductor empire if you do not have the guaranteed energy and the physical minerals to run the factories.
The oil deal is the missing puzzle piece.
Exactly. It really makes you wonder, though, if Korea is quietly realigning its vital energy supply with Iran just to fuel the factories building the world's most advanced AI chips, how long until the geopolitical friction with the U.S. outweighs the economic benefits? It is like a massive tightrope walk.
Earlier, we traced 3 simultaneous stories: a market crash, a chipmaker megabid, and a new energy trade corridor. And together, they map the competing forces defining Korea's economic position right now. While the hashtag KOSPI's circuit breaker session acts as a real-time stress test of market sentiment, the semiconductor cluster commitment and the Iran oil opening point to Korea actively repositioning across 2 critical supply chains at the same time. For anyone tracking Korean assets, this week proves that short-term price volatility and long-term strategic ambition run in parallel, meaning you must hold both in view simultaneously.
That's today's AI PRISM, Front Page Daily. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI PRISM is a WAN-IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.